Yo, have you ever played a game and thought to yourself, man, this game is pretty good? Maybe it was a certain mechanic that you liked, or maybe it hit your nostalgia feels, or it had a compelling story. Or you just liked the game. So you play the crap out of the game and you want more. So you wait for the developers to make a sequel and it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Maybe they take the franchise into a different direction, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. God forbid they added microtransactions, or make it into a mobile game, or the sequel's just bad. And then there's the issue where they never release a sequel, string you along for years, decades, even with like no news of release. So you do the only sane thing when given this scenario: you take up game design. So I've been procrastinating for a while, and I finally decided to start in earnest. I mean, like, just look at this. Yeah, that was a while ago. So I've been looking at some videos and reading through some forums, and there were 2 points that really stuck with me. And the first was a video by Game Maker's Toolkit, and basically he used like a 3-step formula of learn the basics, familiarize yourself with those basics, and then experiment building your knowledge base over time. I feel like one of the pitfalls that I've had trying to pick up game dev every time is I feel like I don't make enough progress, if that makes any sense. Like the beginning is kind of a slog, so it's hard to like keep motivation at times, which will then lead me to not doing anything, and then eventually just dropping game dev entirely. So just the basics. Forget all that complicated stuff. Get that out of her, all right? Just the basics. That way I can start creating something, anything. So that way I can get over the starting hump and make some progress. Anyway, I feel like I've been on this point for too long, so moving on. The second point was said by a lot of people on like a lot of different forums and stuff, pretty much everywhere, and it was just get started now. Pretty simple advice, but I mean, like look how long I've been procrastinating. So I'm gonna learn by taking the complete C# masterclass on Udemy. I chose YouTube tutorial because I learn better when there's like a structured format. And if the fact I'm learning C# didn't give it away, I'm planning on using Unity. And this class supposedly teaches you the fundamentals of C# and then game dev with Unity. So 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll probably skip some of the more basic parts since I have experience coding in Java, but I also like how the first game I'd make in the course is Pong. And I have like a weird obsession of having the first game I make be a Pong clone for some reason. All the other tutorials I saw were doing like Fiverr and all this other stuff, and I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at Googling stuff, but I want the first thing I make to be Pong. So that's why I'm taking this course, it gives me Pong. I don't really know how I'll be releasing videos, whether it be on like a project by project or a month by month basis, or maybe a mix of both, but I guess I'll see how much progress I make after the first month, and I'll just continue from there. But the current goal though is to document my progress over a year and see how much I improve, and then from there I can take it step by step, making games that that I think would be fun, or cool stories that I want to tell, with the end goal being making the dream game. Well, I'll see you guys in a month probably. Fizzles. Wait, don't go. While I was editing this video, I found out that they're making a second fantasy, or a proper Fantasy Life sequel. And look, I was gonna make this be like a big review after like a year, but my dream game was like make a Fantasy Life style game, and it was some of my motivations, But on the other hand, they're making a Fantasy Life 2 like sequel, or a proper one anyway. So that's pretty hype, sorry guys, I gotta go tell my nieces.